with the business ideas, and they can also support the family. That is the idea with which he has launched the Dwakra program. And also he has given 33% reservation for women in local body elections. Ma'am, I have almost 14-15 minutes, ma'am. So, and on top of that, Deepam LPG cylinder scheme was launched in 99, mainly for the women folks, so that they can have that economic stability for them, ma'am. Ma'am, this is being continuous. Even now, this, the main programs that are schemes that have been given to any family in the Andhra Pradesh are targeting the women in Andhra Pradesh, ma'am, with Stree Shakti, Talliku Vandanam, and Deepam 2.0. Ma'am, because we believed in the empowerment of women, this is what from the founder of the party to now the chief minister, this is what they believed in. So if it is 543 seats or 815 seats, Telugu Desam party is in support of women's reservation in the women's reservation bill. And the third question that everyone is asking is, wouldn't you lose out on representation with increase in the seats? This is the question that everyone is asking, and media people are also playing it in a very different role. Ma'am, yesterday Home Minister has clarified in the House itself that with 50% increase for every state, Andhra Pradesh right now has 4.6% representation in the parliament. With that increase, the actual representation in the parliament for Andhra Pradesh with regards to the MPs will go by 4.66%. So we won't be losing on that. But I want to remind this House, a lot of opposition parties are asking for 1971 census to be used as a mother data. Ma'am, right now when you're increasing the seats by 50%, on what basis that is being happening? The freeze happened in 1971. On that freeze, the 50% of seats are being increased right now. So whatever opposition is asking for is actually happening, but they're not able to see through. They just want to be, they just want to oppose it, politically oppose it anyhow, but they're not seeing the logic through it. Ma'am, in the DMK has called for they called for the meeting, and I think various other parties also has attended that, ma'am. On March 25th, 2025, DMK passed a 7-point resolution demanding a 25-year extension of 1971 freeze, effectively asking to keep India's representation tied to that number, ma'am. In this JAC, CPM participated, BRS participated, AAP participated, Congress participated, and TMC participated. They asked for the freeze. Right now, on that freeze only, that 50% is being increased. So I don't know why opposition is not able to accept that. There's nothing new that is being happening on the 1970 population freeze, where 543 seats have been allocated. On top of that, 50% has been increasing, and yesterday Home Minister has clearly clarified. And even then, if you can't accept the truth of what is happening, even then, if you want to give out the fake narrative, false narrative, saying South India's number will go down, South India's representation will go down, I hope and I request the opposition to actually come to senses and actually accept what the delimitation means and support the delimitation process in total. Ma'am, the fourth question that everyone is asking at, why not 2011 census or the latest census? I'll give you the example of Andhra Pradesh, ma'am. Ma'am, in Andhra Pradesh is a very special example because no one has gone through that. When the last delimitation happened in Andhra Pradesh, what happened was we were, Andhra and Telangana were together. But when the delimitation happened, there were 3 parliament segments that have come up in Telangana and 3 we lost in Andhra Pradesh. But in total, we lost 1 parliament segment to Telangana. Even there were 7 MLA seats that were increased in Telangana region, and Andhra Pradesh was lost 7 assembly seats. Reason being, there's no politics here, but the reason being that population migration happened to Telangana at that time, ma'am. So if you go by that logic of using the latest census of 2026, ma'am, if you've seen the data, Andhra Pradesh fertility rate has been going on for almost one and a half decade. Our migration has been increasing for the last 2 decades. So if you go by the latest census or by the 2011 census also, we'll be losing out. The best deal for us is what Home Minister has proposed yesterday, wherein we are not losing it. Actually, we are increasing by 0.6%. So that is the reason why TDP is supporting this, ma'am. And the last question that everyone is asking is, does delimitation be fair? Wouldn't be gerrymandering. Example, yesterday, even K.C. Venugopalji has spoken about it. Ma'am, I'll give you the example of what happened in Andhra Pradesh when 2009 delimitations happened. Kuppam constituency, which is in Chittoor, our CM's constituency. It is in Chittoor parliamentary constituency. So at that time, Congress, which was in power, did the gerrymandering to make sure that the CM constituency is a target in such a way that no leader can come out of that. But come out of that, and they reserved the seat to the SC candidate at that time. That is what they have done in 2009. That is the actual gerrymandering. But what happened, ma'am? People saw through it. If you are smart, people are even smarter. From 2009 onwards, in 2009, after doing all this gerrymandering also, TDP has won. In 2014, same seat, even TDP has won. In 2024, again TDP has won that seat, ma'am. In 4 elections, after doing all this exercise, all this gerrymandering, even then 3 times the TDP has won. Even in my district, ma'am. Even in my district. Making sure that, as a senior member was asking, making sure that
term from Illinois.
Gerrymandering was Illinois wherein Senator. You bring in all the voters in such a way that you will get advantage for the party in the ruling rather than party in the opposition. That is what the gerrymandering actually is. Even in my district in Guntur, ma'am, they did the same exercise. Tadikonda constituency, where they thought one cadre or one community was supporting in support of Telugu Desam party, we should corner them, so they made it a reserved seat. Even Pratipadu constituency, they did it, but people saw through it, ma'am.
People want to vote.
People are smarter. They can't be fooled like how opposition is expecting. When the Congress was in power, they tried to fool the people.
Yes, they did.
They tried to fool the people by doing this. Because right now they're raising this issue of delimitation because they know what thievery they have done in 2009 delimitation. That's why they think that can happen. Yesterday I've heard what Home Minister has mentioned. Based on that, yesterday Home Minister has mentioned, yesterday Prime Minister has mentioned, promised us, they gave a guarantee in the House. Based on that, we are supporting this bill. We are supporting women's reservation. We are supporting delimitation. Telugu Desam Party is supporting women's reservation and delimitation, ma'am. Thank you very much.
माननीय सदस्य श्रीमती डिम्पल यादव जी।
मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहूंगी अध्यक्ष